Christmas, Jeff. Merry Christmas, Josh.
Merry Christmas! Fuck that. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ritual Chamber. I am the ghost of Christmas present. This is the ghost of Christmas future.
And I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
And we are the two guys from nowhere. Today we thought we were going to do something fun and do a Christmas holiday special.
Yes. Yeah, we have, there's, every year there's so many new holiday specials and or movies that come out that it's kind of hard to really decide on what to cover or what to talk about. So this year we decided it'd be fun to just kind of cover the bases. What's been new? What do we love about Christmas movies, Christmas specials, Christmas TV shows, and things like that. I thought it'd be fun because at least for me, once the turkey's full-born Christmas movies, TV shows, episodes of TV shows, specials, old school ones from the 70s and 60s and beyond.
Haven't hit that hibernation period yet.
That's hibernation period of mine. Right? Okay. I mean, I don't know if I want to call it hibernation period because with streaming services, it's like more work than it's really worth. But,
absolutely.
Again, we still want to do an episode on streaming soon, but and it's annoying, but because there's so much stuff coming out, like not counting like Lifetime or Hallmark. Stuff.
No, because that doesn't count. That's more episodes than like a season of like Game of Thrones.
yeah.
902.
And that's just in 1 month.
Yes, in 1 month. Yeah, one month.
And they're all like an hour and a half long movies that basically the same plot of like rom-com
you can literally just sit in front of your TV and hibernate right there watching Hallmark movies.
Exactly.
The amount that they have. So
and I'm old school. I like to go back to the old ones.
Absolutely. The ones that feel nostalgic and get you excited for the holiday season.
Yeah.
So
that make you kind of bring you back to a kid. Like I'm 40. You're nearing 40s.
Yeah, 37.
Nearing. I said nearing.
I know. Didn't want to say it on camera.
I know. Safe space.
But if you didn't know.
Safe space. This is a safe space. We're on YouTube. It's a safe space. So, no one down there is judging us for our age and still doing this.
So with that being said,
so yeah, let's get into the ones that have come out this year, at least the important ones, the ones that matter.
And the unfortunate thing with this
Josh has not seen any of them.
I have not seen any of them.
So this is going to be me talking and just getting his intake and his, I guess, unsolicited opinions, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just unknowledgeable.
Unwarranted.
Yeah, unwarranted.
Yeah.
So Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, it's still boggles the mind you haven't seen it. It's only a half an hour. It might be 40 minutes, but it's
this is the one point where I would say right now that I'm a terrible friend because I was not properly prepared for this.
And in fact, the idea
and I did not watch this.
In fact, the idea of doing this episode started with covering the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
It did. But then you know what happened? Unfortunate things happened during a time like this, and I got COVID, and we're happy. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I hope we're distanced properly.
No, we're
CDC said I was cleared to come and film today. So, but let's
that was also that was 2 weeks ago when we were going to do 3 weeks ago when we were going to do that. We were going to do that right around the end of November. But it's wonderful. You have to watch it. I mean, it's tomorrow Saturday. Just do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, let's hear about it.
It's wonderful. I mean, the way that they kind of mirrored the old school classic holiday specials from like the 70s where it would be like a Bing Crosby holiday special let's go with that. Bing Crosby holiday special where a celebrity would just kind of come in and show up.
Okay.
And that's kind of what it feels like. It's just a singular story, like a little insular story where they bring in a celebrity kind of for no reason. There's great, in fact, has one of my newest favorite Christmas songs, which is it's basically a bunch of aliens singing how they don't understand what Christmas is. Okay. They don't get it. It has lines like if children are naughty, Santa will shoot missiles at their toes.
Okay.
Mistletoe. There's a line that says what the heck's a turtle dove? What the heck's a turtle dove? And who lit up that deer? It's a lot of fun, and especially with Guardians of the Galaxy being a very family-driven kind of narrative with their family. Of the Guardians being a family. And there's a real good surprise in there.
Well, I mean, spoil it.
You want me to spoil for it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll spoil it.
This is the platform to do it.
The big Christmas present that Peter Quill gets is that Mantis reveals that she's his sister.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so because she kind of realizes that Ego made her. Mm-hmm. Ego is Peter's father.
Yeah.
Ergo, she's his father, and thus she's his sister.
Oh, that's a nice
and
little
it's a
surprise.
really sweet and cute moment. A really cute moment with Mantis and Star-Lord, and just again the journey that Mantis and Drax go on to go kidnap Kevin Bacon is a lot of fun.
Okay.
Kevin
Bacon as Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon as Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
And the fun.
That's also a great cameo.
No, it's a great cameo.
Love
the fun
Kevin
joke
Bacon.
is though, because they don't understand, they think he is an actual hero, like Peter has told them.
Yeah.
But then once they realize he's just an actor, they're like, he's just a lame actor. And Karen Gillan has one of the best lines. He's like, I guess all actors aren't assholes. It's so good.
Nice. Okay.
And Nebula, Karen Gillan, Nebula gives Rocket Bucky's arm for Christmas.
Ooh, nice. That sounds good. I'm definitely
a lot
gonna have
of
to.
fun.
I'm gonna definitely have to.
Even
watch
the way
it,
they shot it with that kind of 70s grainy Star Wars holiday special, which we don't ever talk about because it sucks.
Until we get to trivia questions later.
Oh, maybe. Another new one that came out this year and I was very surprised by it because I wouldn't say I was worried about it, but I was definitely apprehensive. Or I barely knew they were doing it because I saw the trailer, I think a week before release, was A Christmas Story Christmas.
Yes, yeah. And this was one that we were actually going to go see together.
That's one, well, it was on HBO Max. It went straight to streaming.
Oh, did it? Okay. But I think we talked about doing
that, yeah.
an episode.
It was going to be a combo episode of that and Guardians.
And Guardians, yeah, which led to this. So how was it? I mean,
it's amazing. Way better than it has. Just like the Guardians holiday special, it's way better than it has any right to be.
Really?
Christmas Story is a holiday classic. What TBS or whatever channel still plays it for 24 hours on Christmas Day to this day, and has for the last 14 to 15 years. Probably longer than that, actually. And it's one of my favorite holiday movies. I cannot go the season without watching it at least twice.
Okay.
Not counting the 24 hours of Christmas, because that's been a tradition in my family for at least 10 years. That is just on for 24 hours. We're not listening to it. Maybe. It's just on. It's there. It's an iconic film.
So I have to ask a question when it comes to this.
Is it hot as balls in this bathrobe? Yes, it is.
No. do they still do the narration?
Yes,
because it's very much like
obviously not the same narrator.
Obviously
not with the same narrator.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about this movie is that you can almost watch it as a prelude to A Christmas Story.
Really?
Yeah. I guess I could spoil it. Ralphie grows up to be a writer, which is shown in A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
He the whole thing with the theme and stuff like that. His father dies. He has to go back to his hometown to help with arrangements, but it's also Christmas time, and I think his father dies like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Okay.
Meets up with Flick and the other kid. They're all played by the same actors, which is really, really cool. The only person who doesn't play the same, who isn't acted by the same actress, is the mom. And I don't know why. I looked into it, but I don't know why she didn't do it. The only thing I can see is that she hasn't acted for like 20 years or something like that. But it's wonderful, and it's such a heartwarming movie about someone losing their father, but especially around the holiday times, which like I did, and I mean it was early holiday times, but it's when you're kind of going in, and they're also kind of broke, and he's trying to fulfill his dream of becoming a novelist. And what ends up happening in that movie is that he's meant to write an obituary for his father, but what he ends up writing is kind of a short story that his wife submits to the newspaper, and everyone falls in love with it. And basically the story he tells is the story of A Christmas Story.
Oh, okay.
So it ends with the narration from A Christmas Story.
Okay.
Because that what he wrote is the narration from A Christmas Story. And you could almost watch it first. Like, and that's what's so beautiful is that, like, a movie that, you know, didn't need a sequel, even though it does have another sequel. It's another Christmas Story 2, but I've seen it once and it's not good. But to have a sequel, like a true sequel to that film, set years later as him as an adult and having to kind of take on the reins of being his father and still being about him, but then making it about that story, and you can kind of like, you can watch either in tandem, you know? And it's really kind of cool, and it's really special, and it makes the ending of that movie really, really special. It's very heartwarming. What they did with bringing back Scott Farkas. I can't remember the actor's name. We didn't do notes for this with actors' names, so
it is what it is for this at all.
No, not at all. Other than like lists of movies we did want to talk about, and quite frankly, I listed a crap ton. I don't want to talk about all of them.
No, definitely not.
This is just
too many.
It was stuff to just reference.
Yeah.
But actors' names I didn't bother. But with the interaction he has with Scott Farkas from the original was one of the most touching scenes I've seen in a while in a lot of movies.
Well, I'll have to.
It's great.
I guess I got a lot of catching up to do during the holiday season. I think the last one that I'd like you to touch on, if you actually watched it, was Violent Night.
I did see Violent Night.
Because this was something that I was actually kind of excited to see. Although I'm not really particular into like violent movies during Christmas. I think I'm much more of like the heartwarming, gathering good stories.
Of course.
But I did think this was interesting, starring David Harbour, John Leguizamo, kind of like a Die Hard-esque, but except you brought in Santa as John McClane.
Yeah, so no, literally that's what it is. What this movie is, it's like a weird mix of Home Alone, Die Hard, and the Santa Claus.
Okay.
It's this like super like
abstract.
Not abstract, no, not at all. But it's a home invasion film.
Okay.
Where Santa just happens to come into this home that is being raided and people are being held hostage by people who want to steal a bunch of money. It's in the trailer, so whatever. He wants to steal a bunch of money, and Santa happens to have just arrived to deliver presents. And it's a cool movie in the way they deal with kids these days, and I have kids, so I know, and people's greed and the way the fucking world has been going. And if Santa were real, dealing with how he would be taking the world, you know, with the whole naughty and nice thing and the spirit of Christmas. In fact, the movie opens up with Santa at a bar, just getting drunk, saying he's on break, and another mall Santa or whatever comes in, and he's like, how many years have you been doing this? And he's like, oh, I've lost count, blah blah blah. And the old guy at the bar says, oh, I've been doing it for 3 years or whatever, and however many years. And he says, like, there's only one reason we do this. He's like, oh, the money. He's like, everyone, and like the real Santa, David Harbour, he's supposed to be the real Santa, and actually says, like, it's all anyone cares about anymore. He's basically like, you greedy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell do any of you care about anymore? But then the other Santa kind of redeems himself and says something about like seeing that look in the kid's eye when they sit on your lap or ask you, tell you what they want for Christmas. And the real Santa is he's not there. He's out. He's like he even says at the very beginning of the movie, he's like, this might be my last Christmas. I can't do this anymore because the world is crazy. And then there's a montage of literally him going down chimneys and seeing, Christmas lists of just kids asking for cash.
Yeah.
There's a real funny bit that they do in the movie about how like they never explain Christmas magic. And in fact, so many like kiddie movies, or I don't want to say kiddie movies, but like Christmas movies where there's a Santa Claus involved. There's very much there's always a kind of an explanation of how the Santa thing works. I mean, thinks about the Santa Claus series, or anything else. with or like Polar Express, like trying to explain how that works. But with this, he doesn't even know how it works. He's been Santa. He's the only Santa, and he's been Santa since. The way they portray it is he's been Santa since like for 2,000 years or something like that. But he still doesn't understand it.
Okay. And
that's really cool, and it's really interesting. Like this, he's points where he's reaching his bag, and it's clearly like a black hole, and he's pulling out gifts. So at one point, one of the bad guys,
like Mary Poppins.
There's even at one point like one of the bad guys reaches into his bag, and his hand disappears, and he's like, "What the hell?" But it's a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun. It's violent. It's very violent. But
it's not just a clever name.
Yeah. But it's also cool that he's not a John McClane. He's not even wanting to fight him at first. He's trying to get away.
I don't think that was like my initial take from it, but that's just kind of how the movie was portrayed.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun.
It definitely has that die-hard aspect.
It has one of the coolest scenes though with the chimney death. And there's a chimney death, and it's awesome.
Well, again, another one that I'll have to catch up on.
You do.
But I think let's get into some of our some of the ones that we like to watch the most during this time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I have a general list that's always going. I think
I do too.
I think last year when we did our Scrooge episode,
Scrooge, we briefly touched on what we like to watch the most. But while we have this time and this platform right now,
again,
I would say mine is A Christmas Vacation.
Of course,
it is the one that I watch every year. It's
in my office right now. I have a life-size cardboard cutout of Clark Griswold.
Nice.
Facing out of my office window.
This one's always my favorite because I just love the aspect of it. It really is a family movie, but during that time it kind of encapsulates like what the importance of family and what adults had to deal with.
Yeah.
It like your family shows up, and then your mom's side of the family shows up, and everybody's coming together for this one time, and you're kind of like, oh man, I really want to see these people. I don't really want to deal with this, whatever. But at the end of it, it's really heartwarming. It all comes together. I mean, obviously the way that it works out, completely unusual, but
right.
That was how movies worked in the 80s and 90s. It took like a really beautiful story, had an extreme at the end, and then you have this good message at the end of it.
Well, even just like in real life, like the holidays are hard for adults because you do. Like I'm a little bit used to it because I've grown up where my entire like Christmas tradition every year was we did Christmas morning, but then it was boom off to this aunt's, boom off to this aunt's,
exactly,
boom off to grandma's. Like we had like 4 to 5 stops on Christmas Day. And as a kid you don't understand or really even acknowledge that your parents probably have to work the next day, and B, like have to get you up, get you ready, get you going. Now being a parent and being an adult, that's like it's a rough thing. So I always actually like a lot more of those movies where it's a little bit more Christmas from the adult perspective.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's what I've always enjoyed about this movie. Also, I mean, it's just like a good comedy.
It's a great comedy. It's one of the best comedies ever.
It has like the whole idea of what National Lampoon was able to do. Obviously, Chevy Chase is a master when it comes to acting in comedic scenarios like this.
I was gonna say not about acting, but definitely, he's a master comedian.
He is. I mean, in this movie, I mean, I think it's truly one of his best performances, and for me, it's one that I always have to watch every year.
Yeah.
Just because.
And really any of the vacation movies, but definitely.
Love the story, love just the whole concept of it, and it's just.
And it has some of the best gags.
Oh, of course.
Some you don't even think about. Like, there's the Hooter than it is, or Hooter. Wouldn't be the holiday season if it wasn't any Hooter hotter. There's that. I mean, there's the whole the little windmill thing breaking. Like there's like obvious ones, or like the. Do you obviously think I don't know that?
Just the fact that they drive out to like the middle of the woods to chop down a tree. I
could spend an hour here just quoting little bit of lines, but there's so much subtle comedy of like when the cops tell him freeze and Ellen has her hand on his nuts.
Yeah,
like it's one of the holy shit, hallelujah, where's the Tylenol?
Yeah.
I could go on forever. That movie's endlessly quotable and endlessly fun. Another one for me, and kind of going to that, like the adult's perspective on Christmas. I've always loved those, and I think it's just because I am an adult. Obviously, I still love watching the Santa Claus series. In fact, the new Santa Claus series, which we didn't even touch on, I just finished it last night.
With Tim Allen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last night. It was okay.
Really?
The new series was okay. It kind of meandered, and I think it could have just been a movie. They could have actually just done a movie. The reason doing it, I don't know why they did it as a series, because I think it was 6 half-hour episodes.
Okay.
That's a movie. You could just do that as a movie.
Yeah.
And I think the narrative would have worked better had you done it as a movie instead of doing it as 6 half-hour episodes. But the Santa Claus series, but one we just had on when you first got here was The Night Before.
The Night Before.
I know.
Yeah, tell me all about it.
I know.
You know what?
It's a wonderful movie and a heartwarming movie, especially about people who maybe don't have family and you just have your friends to rely on.
100%. And I actually don't dislike it. I've seen it, and I actually, when I saw it, I remember coming out of it, and it is heartwarming because
it is really good.
Because at the end of the day, family is not everything that encapsulates the Christmas spirit.
Hell, how many holiday parties have we had?
Exactly, and
we've been friends for 20 years.
Yeah,
so.
and that's the thing. Sometimes you have to think outside of your blood relatives to consider family, and that's where I think this movie is good. I just
I know.
And
it is literally, and I know it's literally everything Seth Rogen does that you don't like about Seth Rogen. He's high the entire movie.
But it is a fun movie, and it has Anthony Mackie in it. Obviously Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I think the real essence of the movie is really good.
It's really
it has a really good message. It's really holistic. And
it's got one of those Christmas Carol vibes of Ghost Christmas, even though it's weed, but it's Ghost Christmas Present.
Yes, absolutely.
And right now we have on the Office Christmas Party. Yes,
which I have not seen.
Oh, it's so good. It's this one's a lot more of almost a Fairley Brothers type of.
Love Jason Bateman. Can't stand Olivia Munn. So
how can you not stand Olivia Munn?
I don't know.
What is wrong with you?
Try hard. She's try hard.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give it to you.
But moving on.
Wrong.
Another one that I always watch during the season is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
The Rankin Bass one?
Yes.
The Claymation?
Yeah. Just because it's a classic.
It is a classic.
I love the silver and gold.
You still watch it every year?
Yeah, I do. I actually have it on DVD.
Nice.
It's one of the few that I do like to watch. Because I think growing up as a kid, I just it, like you said, going back to A Christmas Story, right? It's always on TV, right? And it just is a good heartfelt story. I like that they give this little backstory to Rudolph and how he became, the leader of the pack, if you will.
Yeah. Who's the worst reindeer though? Olive. That guy was a dick.
Well, yeah, but he's not actually a mentioned reindeer in the.
Yeah, he is. Olive, the other reindeer.
Oh.
Damn. But
did he get let out of all of the other reindeer games?
Yes. Oh, great movie too, by the way.
All right.
Not really a Christmas movie, just a winter movie. The Rankin Bass ones, I grew up with them too, and I struggle going back to them because they are boring. They are very boring.
But they're not intended to be entertaining to adults.
Yeah,
it's just
no,
a
for sure.
Nostalgic feeling of
for
it
sure.
that I
Well,
love,
and we had attention spans back then. We don't have those anymore.
Yes, we do not.
Because all the content, which we are attributing to currently. But I totally get it. Like for me too, it's a lot of the old Muppet Christmas specials, like Emmett the Otter, the Emmett the Jug Band Christmas, or the Muppet Christmas special or Muppet Christmas Carol, which is 8 billion Christmas carols out there. So here's a little warning to people: have kids not so removed from your the things you love as a kid, because I love the Muppets and I try to show them and they're just don't get it and they don't like it and it pisses me off, especially this time of year because I show them an old from I think it's from 1979, the Muppet Christmas special. It was a TV special, or the Christmas toy. All Jim Henson Muppet stuff, and they kind of bounce off of it because it's not in your face and fast paced and stuff.
I'm surprised about that because I feel like the Muppets is that's very much what it is.
I know, but it's
I mean, you have
weird.
these just dolls, just like animal.
But think about it though. The new
it's...
Muppet show they did was geared towards like fans of 30 Rock.
That's true.
So
that's true. That's
like
true.
I get it, but it does suck. Like your nostalgia kind of gets sucked away from you a little bit when you have kids older, like I did. So let's just rattle off some other favorites without going super into them.
Yeah,
we can get a little bit of the plot, or if we want to at all.
Yeah, no.
Obviously, we got to go on what we tried filming on last year, and
which was Scrooged.
It's Scrooged, and
I mean,
we messed up the audio.
Yeah.
Which we've learned to fix. So if this happens again, we've learned to fix it. At that point, we did not know how to fix it. So now we know how.
Yes, it's still very much amateur, and when we're doing this, it's
only been 2 years.
We're working out the kinks.
It's only 2 years.
But yeah, I mean, Scrooge is a classic. I mean, I love it. It's just a really good retelling of a traditional Christmas story, and I mean. Acting is great. The storyline is great. The message at the end of the day is great. I mean, it's
a great modern retake of A Christmas Carol.
It's just great.
At that point, just real quick on to newer movies. Spirited on Apple Plus is also a really great retelling. It's a new take on A Christmas Carol. It's a musical with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, and it's also great. Music's not wonderful, as I'm a personal fan of musicals, and when the music isn't great in a musical,
well,
I sort of bounce off
musical,
a little bit.
So that should be the
forefront.
One would think
of it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I didn't fall in love with any of the songs. That's all it is. The Home Alone series, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
minus the three in the middle so there's Home Alone 2, Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, and then 4 you should never care about. And then Home Sweet Home Alone, which is the newest one that they came out with. That one's really good.
Well, I mean, those are classics too. I mean, because you grew up as a kid. Like, I think everybody that watched those as a kid wanted to be Macaulay Culkin. Mm-hmm. Everybody was like, you know what? I would love to just be away from my family, in a house, have all these gadgets. I mean, it was such a fun movie, and just the premise of it was great. And it is very classic.
Yeah. And if you want to watch a really funny bit about it on, I believe, Screen Rant, Ryan George does a pitch meeting about Home Alone, and it's a lot of fun. It's really funny. Mm-hmm. But just we'll throw the link.
Another one that I thought was interesting that we talked about a little bit prior to filming this, that I really didn't consider a Christmas movie until we were getting into this, Gremlins. Mm-hmm. And I absolutely loved Gremlins as a kid. Gremlins. Like, just, I think everybody had Mowgli. Not Mowgli. Mogwai.
Sorry, Mowgli's Jungle.
Yeah, Jungle Book.
Chewing Ice, sorry.
Everybody had Mogwai as a kid, and that doll, and just loved the concept of that. I really wouldn't have even considered it a Christmas movie until
it is a Christmas movie.
But,
I mean,
but it takes place during Christmas time, so you're right.
Yeah, so it follows the same problem that Die Hard has.
Yeah,
is it a Christmas movie
or is it not?
Like,
well, and that's kind of like another one that we could throw in there is A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
is it a Christmas movie or is it not? Because it really takes place. It
follows on both.
Yeah,
and like Gremlins. I think I actually showed the kids around Halloween time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a Christmas movie. That it takes place at Christmas. I mean, literally, like the opening shot is the town square, and it's all
decked out in Christmas. Yeah,
and there's several. The Gremlins are wearing Santa hats, and Mowgli at one point. Mogwai is Gizmo is wearing a Santa hat at one point. So yeah, it's a fucking Christmas movie. Another one, Polar Express.
See, I never saw it. I heard it was really good, but I haven't seen it.
It's great. The CGI has a big uncanny valley aspect to it, of where it's kind of creepy and kind of like it's realistic.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, and because at least from what I've seen from it, the depiction of Tom Hanks as they make him in his animated form is very realistic, and I've heard that it's kind of off-putting to some people.
Off-putting.
So I personally
several different versions, because he's the the train conductor.
He's the conductor.
Not the conductor, but he's the ticket taker and stuff like that.
That's right.
And, but then I think he is also one of the conductors. He's also Santa Claus. He's the father. He mocaps a lot of the characters.
Which would be a little strange, I think.
Another more recent one that I do want to touch on real quick is 8-Bit Christmas. I don't know, you've never seen it, but that's also great. It's become a new standard for me. It's just a really heartwarming story about a father retelling this story about how he really wanted an NES for Christmas one year. But it's about the meaning of Christmas and it's not about just getting what you want. It's about the memories that come with that. And the memories that come with Christmas time and it's a really, really heartwarming story. And it's funny, I've gotten in arguments with our Ghost Christmas Past and about it really being a Christmas movie. But no, it's about the feeling of Christmas and the meaning of Christmas. And that's always kind of what I love getting from a movie. When it's about the meaning.
Yeah.
Not just a cute story or like a cute Santa Claus thing or like, I mean, we could run down the list of like what what movies kind of give us that feel. Scrooge is one of them. Polar Express, Home Alone, Christmas, Fred Claus.
Yeah.
Another one that's a classic for me that I have to watch every year, and I think I've watched it already like 4 times this year. Because again, I start my Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I start my Christmas movies once the turkey nap is over. And I think I've watched that one 4 times already. Even the night before, or right now, Office Christmas Party. It's about the meaning of Christmas and kind of what it takes for people to kind of come together. Even Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
About people coming together and
Well,
whether you hate it and you kind of you fight against it a little bit.
The idea is to realize the importance of family in whatever capacity that means for you, mm-hmm. and just getting people there together. Mm-hmm. You know, I think a last one that I'd like to touch on before we get into our trivia is Elf. I mean, Will Ferrell, when Elf came out, was in his prime with everything that he was doing, and Elf was like a perfect depiction of how he was able to really take these ideas and just exploit them into this way that was just really comical and fun. Yeah. Like just singular ideas.
Yeah.
And Elf was a really good depiction of this in this concept of that he was, you know, supposedly an elf, or he thought he was, but he was an abandoned child, and coming into the real world during Christmas time and thinking that this was all normal.
Yeah.
Taking it to an extreme, which is what he
I do have to be honest though, I can usually skip Elf.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh man!
As much as I love Will Ferrell, and I love Anchorman. I mean, I love his dramatic roles. Stranger Than Fiction, or oh my God, I'm forgetting the name. I think it's called Yard Sale. No, that's not it. Anyways, some of his dramatic roles, I think he's a great actor. He's a great comedic actor. Unfortunately, with Elf, it's Will Ferrell at his most Will Ferrellness.
I mean, that's true.
And also Zooey Deschanel, and there's Zooey Deschanel in this.
What, being like too indie?
Too indie, too I'm cute. Like, I'm singing in the shower, and some guy's creeping on me in the bathroom, but like, whatever. Whatever. It's played cute.
But they're
literally
singing "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Yes, which
is a creepy song.
It's not. It is, but
it's a creepy song.
Listen
to the lyrics.
It is
a creepy Christmas song.
It's not that creepy. If you give it the time that song came out, it wasn't that creepy. It was flirty, and some of the lines in that song that people have misinterpreted.
For sure.
As being old sayings that no one really says anymore.
But at the same time, let's not forget.
I know, but just real quick, the woke people need to calm the fuck down about that song.
I mean, I agree. I agree. It's time to move on.
You know, she even says, "What's in this drink?" No, she doesn't. She says, "Hey, what's in this drink?" Like, it's not a "What did you put in my drink?" That was an old saying that people used to say, like, "Ooh, what's in this drink?"
Yeah.
Like,
no,
it wasn't
I agree.
It wasn't like, "Whoa, what's in this?" That bit will stay on camera.
Well, with that being said,
I hurt my neck for that, so appreciate it. But real one last thing, just touching on my whole thing about like the meaning of family and stuff at Christmas time is Surviving Christmas. It's like one of my all-time favorites. It's Ben Affleck. Surviving Christmas. Ben Affleck, Christine Applegate.
I haven't seen that one.
Who played Tony Soprano? James Gandolfini.
Yeah.
And also Catherine O'Hara.
Okay.
Yeah, Catherine O'Hara. The mother from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Great movie. It's about an eccentric billionaire or millionaire who basically rents out a family for Christmas so he can't be alone on Christmas because they live in his childhood home.
Okay.
And then through the shenanigans, they actually kind of become family, and it's really cute in this really weird way, but it's a lot of fun. And it's also filmed in the circle here.
Oh no shit.
Well, really? a little bit of it.
Right down here.
Right down
there. There. That way.
It's that way. It's that way.
That way.
It's that way.
That way. All right.
All right.
Well, with that being said, I think let's go ahead and get into the trivia questions because
we've gone a little bit longer than we planned to.
Yeah, so. But
actually, have we really? Because we did like
this
19, is what I was. We did 19 intros.
This was actually what I was really excited to do.
I know. Me too.
Because you thought I wasn't going to be prepared for this.
I did.
And
for the most part,
I
you weren't.
am very prepared for this.
Right. So you would like
to
go first?
Use the device over here, just so everyone's aware.
I'm 90 years old, so I use paper.
Use paper. All right. So you want to start off? You want me to start off?
I'll let you go first.
All right. So what year was the Star Wars Holiday Special released?
Oh shit. 1979.
Ooh, close. 1978.
Damn it, that's what I was gonna say.
I saw you going there, but you didn't.
All right, that's one for Josh. Okay, what is the what? No, it's 0 for me. Now this is the 12 Monkeys of Christmas. So, what was the name of the saber-toothed tiger sidekick to Turbo Man in Jingle All the Way? So, what was the name?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know that. I'm not even gonna guess.
You've never seen Jingle All the Way?
Yeah, but not. That's so complex.
It's not that complex.
What was the name?
Booster.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, if you know that movie, you know that Sinbad once yells, "No one wants Booster."
Okay. Well, now I'm gonna give you an easy one.
Okay.
What is the name of Cousin Eddie's dog in Christmas Vacation?
Oh my God! Wow. Shit, we just had this on in the house. Bosco?
Snot.
Damn it.
All right. So.
Yeah, 0-0. All right. What ad campaign? Or I'm sorry. Let me rephrase this question because it was written out weird. What company's ad campaign popularized Santa's classic red suit?
Sears Roebuck?
False. Coca-Cola.
Oh, damn. Okay. What's the name of the Yeti in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Does he have a name?
Yeah.
Snowball.
Bumble.
Ah, crap. All right. Which Marvel movie did Peter Billingsley, who also played Ralphie in A Christmas Story, executive produce?
A Marvel movie?
Mm-hmm. My question has the year, and if I said the year, it would totally give it away.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
No. Iron Man.
No
He's Jon
way.
Favreau's best friend.
Oh. Well, then this next one's easy, so I guess I'll give you one. What hit sitcom did Russ from Christmas Vacation star in?
TV sitcom did he star in?
Yeah, Russ from Christmas Vacation. What hit?
Oh,
sitcom.
Big Bang Theory.
So, there you go.
Sorry, you said Russ. It should be Rusty, but whatever.
Well, Rusty.
What country does Krampus originate from?
Germany.
Wrong. Austria.
whatever. That's fucking
The semantics, but
semantics. That's
that's
semantics.
what the answers say.
All right.
So it's 1-0.
What was the name of Santa's super sled engine in Elf?
The Kringle 3000.
Oh, damn. Well played. Okay. All right.
In the song 12 Days of Christmas, what is given on the 7th day?
Oh, man. I'm going to have to sing it, but that's going to take too long.
Do
I'm
it
going to
ahead,
say...
real fast.
I don't know. I'm not going to even try to sing it over in my head.
7
right now.
swans a swimming.
That's fucking... I should have known that. All right. Where was the McAllister family planning to spend Christmas in Home Alone?
Paris.
Okay. Well done. You got one more?
I do have one more. I'm putting down my list because the other questions are a little bit more difficult, so I'm gonna take it a little easy. I'm gonna make one up off the top of my head. No, I'm not. Shit, that one's hard. All right. What do many Japanese people eat for Christmas?
What the fuck?
I know.
See, this is why this is not fair.
All
right.
Okay, well,
I would say spam musubi.
It was KFC, but
KFC? Oh, that's
it's a big
random.
thing.
All right, how about this one? I got a good one. What object falls out of Herman's head when he visits Bill Murray's character in Scrooge?
Golf ball.
Damn! Well played, sir. Well played. I thought those were good. I came up with them.
I'm not gonna lie.
I came up with them on the way over here.
You have better questions than I do.
All right. So, with that being said, everyone, we hope you really enjoyed this episode.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Actually,
wait.
I have one more because
okay,
this is the 12 questions of Christmas.
Let's do
and you're
one more.
Also, not gonna get this one.
Who knows? I might. I'm a dark horse, you know.
I know. Yeah, you're not gonna get it, but I'll ask you. Who was initially offered the role of Ralphie's father in A Christmas Story?
Oh my God, I would never get that. You said no names.
I know.
You said no names.
I know, and I didn't want to ask that question. That's why I asked for 8. Okay. What unscripted moment in A Christmas Vacation led to Chevy Chase breaking his finger?
Oh man, I think I'm gonna say when he falls through the attic.
No, it was when he punches the plastic Santa.
Okay. Damn. Well played.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers
to you.
It's okay. I got snot wrong, so I got like one of the easiest questions wrong, like an idiot.
Well, with that being said, everybody, we do hope that you enjoyed this video. This little holiday special that we did, I thought this was really fun.
Yeah.
Hope to continue to do these during the holidays.
Yeah. I wish Josh had more to talk about, but
I do too. I should watch more Christmas specials. That's my assumption. But with that being said, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And we hope you all enjoy this season with your family and loved ones. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Well, that's true too. Well, did you just want to do one of those?
yeah, I just do one of those real quick.
All right.
Get your laughs out while you count.
Sorry. I just think it's so fucking cheesy. Fuck
it
John
is
Lennon,
cheesy.
Dude. Fuck John Lennon. All right. Sorry. Okay. See, the reason why I can't do it now is because we're in the moment and it's like you're not thinking about it. Merry Christmas, Jeff.
Merry Christmas, Josh.
Okay. All right.
There you go. We do
say
the
fuck John Lennon at the end.
but we do the Merry Christmas, Josh. Merry Christmas, Jeff. Like from the John Lennon song. That'd be so weird. That'd be so cringy and weird.
I don't know. All right, let's do it. Let's give it a try. All right, ready? 1, 2. Wait.
Okay, I'm gonna get in the girliest like.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, that's your favorite Christmas song?
Yeah,
I hate Philippe. Philippe's not my dad. Philippe's not my dad. He's just some guy who comes and bangs my mom. Those are my lyrics.
You should do that then.
Copyright pending.
Well, let's try it.
Because the joke is the beginning of that John Lennon song. So This Is Christmas.
We could just do blam 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 blam
The fucking the annoying ass Paul McCartney
one. Like I don't want to.
That's the Paul McCartney one.
I know it's terrible.
It's awful.
It's the worst Christmas song ever written.
Also,
because it doesn't even have like a good like.
No, it's annoying as shit.
But like the structure of the song isn't even good. It's not.
No, it's a bad song.
Rhythm.
It's terrible.
Rhythmic pattern to it.
It's terrible. Also, The Grinch Stole Christmas is not a Christmas song, and I don't care. I'll fight anybody who says it is because it's not. Because it's not about a Christmas at all. It's just about how the singer thinks this guy's a dick.
Yeah.
Literally, all the lyrics are just this guy's an asshole. But then stay away from him.
But then by proxy, Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah. By proxy, Gremlin's not a Christmas movie, which it really isn't, but it is.
Okay, but
I am on the fence on whether or not Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I don't take a stand either way.
Okay, so
I can watch it at Christmas and
what
enjoy
song
it.
do you want to sing?
I was gonna do Oh Holy Night, huh?
Okay, so do it.
Oh holy night, the stars are brightly shining. There you go.
Okay, so
I was gonna do the super bassy.
Okay. Hang on a little bit. Try it again.
Of our dear Savior's birth.
Okay, try it again while I sing Feliz Navidad. Let's try.
I have to get another drink though.
I think you're getting some good shit right now.
I know. It is in the middle.
That's not in the middle. That's not in the middle.
Remember when
I know,
we
but if you moved it,
but the part that picks
I know, is not in the middle. It's not in the middle. It's more on your side. Like this is in the middle. That's in the middle. That's the middle.
I'm just going by this line.
I know, but so it's
you talk louder.
That's true, but that's not my fault.
But look in the camera. That's in the middle. That's Malcolm straight in the middle. That's Bryan Cranston in the middle.
Well, I mean, but you.
So
Christmas future. Christmas present, future, Christmas past.
Oh, right. That's fun because I'm the Christmas past.
Yeah,
yes.
So wait, but let's do a quick test. Put down your beverage. Let's do a quick. How are you gonna step in?
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, 3, 2, 1. This is a test. It's just a test of the emergency broadcast.
No, but see, you
don't have to. Just how are you gonna step in, so that you're visible on camera?
How am I going to?
Yeah. I gotta be faster than that, bro.
It's just so tight right here.
And it is
so
tight.
So
Why
tight.
don't you get on the ground and just pop?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Get on your knees.
No, yeah, no, for sure. If you can.
Get on your knees.
Oh, I can do this.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
All right. That is.
Don't get out.
It's awkward. It's awkward for now.
Okay, all
but
right.
it'll be fine.
All right. Ready? We're gonna do this live.
We're in this live.
Fuck it. We're doing it live.
No, actually, real quick. Maybe we should give it a quick test run.
All right.
One take Bartlett. That's what they always called me.
Okay. All right. Always have to watch, and this is a classic to me. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Like I absolutely love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because
The Franken Bass one.
But
The Rankin Bass one.
I gotta pee real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Let's take a quick pause.